box slips. Riven's fingers claw at cardboard edges. Too late, watching it tilt toward the polished marble floor. His other arm strains under the weight of the second parcel, muscles burning, sweat soaking through his collar. He catches the falling box against his chest with a grunt, stumbling forward 3 steps before his shoulder slams into the hallway wall. Pain shoots through his collarbone. He doesn't stop. The elevator doors are closing 30 feet ahead, golden panels sliding together like jaws. His supervisor's voice echoes in his skull from this morning. 2 more late deliveries and you're off the schedule. Riven, I don't care what's going on in your life. He can't lose this job. Not with the shelter closing in 2 weeks. Not with his savings account showing $47 and the rent on his studio apartment due in 5 days. Not with the nausea that's been waking him up at 3 a.m. for the past week, making him wonder if maybe, possibly, terrifyingly. No, he shoves the thought down. His dress shoes slap against marble, tie whipping over his shoulder, boxes wobbling in his grip. The Orem Suite's hallway stretches forever, gold-veined walls blurring past, crystal light fixtures throwing shadows that dance across his vision. His lungs burn, his thighs scream. The elevator doors are 3/4 closed. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. Wait, the word rips from his throat. He runs harder. His knee buckles slightly, exhaustion, not injury, but he pushes through, sprinting the last 15 feet. The gap between the doors is now 6 inches. 4 inches. His heart hammers so hard he tastes copper. 2 inches. He throws his body forward. The doors freeze, reverse, slide open. Relief crashes through him like cold water. He stumbles inside, gasping, boxes clutched against his chest, hair falling into his eyes. The elevator floor is pristine white marble veined with gold. His reflection stares back from the mirrored walls. Rumpled, desperate, pathetic. He doesn't care. He made it. Then a shadow moves. Riven's head snaps up. A man stands in the corner, tall, broad-shouldered, wearing a blood-red shirt under a black suit that probably costs more than Riven earns in 6 months. His face is carved from stone. Sharp jaw, strong nose, dark eyes that don't blink. His presence fills the elevator like smoke, heavy and suffocating, making the air itself feel thicker. Riven's instincts scream one word: alpha. Not just any alpha. The kind that makes other alphas drop their eyes and step aside. The kind whispered about in the courier break rooms. The kind omegas are warned to avoid at all costs because men like this don't see people. They see possessions. Riven's mouth goes dry. He swallows hard, forcing his legs to carry him deeper into the elevator, keeping his gaze down, focusing on the buttons. Floor 42. He needs floor 42. His fingers tremble as he reaches for the panel. The man doesn't speak, doesn't move, just watches. Riven can feel the weight of that stare like hands pressing against his ribs. His scent, ancient cedar and winter rain, laced with something sharper, something that makes Riven's hindbrain curl into a ball, saturates every breath. It's the kind of scent that demands submission, respect, distance. Riven presses the button. The 42 lights up. The doors begin to close. He exhales slowly, gripping the boxes tighter, trying to steady his shaking hands. Just 60 seconds. That's all he needs. 60 seconds of silence, of invisibility, of pretending he's not sharing 8 square feet with a predator. The elevator hums, begins its ascent. Riven shifts his weight, adjusting his grip on the parcels. His shoulder throbs where he hit the wall. His lower abdomen aches. That strange cramping that's been coming and going for days, sharp and deep, like something inside is pulling tight. He ignores it. The man in the corner shifts, just slightly, one shoulder rolling back, head tilting half an inch. Riven's pulse spikes. He keeps his eyes down. Don't engage. Don't provoke. Don't breathe wrong. 15 seconds pass. 20. The elevator climbs smoothly, floor numbers ticking upward on the digital display. 12, 13, 14. Riven's phone buzzes in his pocket. He flinches. The man's gaze sharpens. Riven can feel it without looking, the way a rabbit feels the hawk's shadow. He doesn't reach for his phone, doesn't move, just stands there, frozen, praying the man loses interest. 25 seconds. 30. The cramping in his abdomen twists harder. Riven bites the inside of his cheek, breathing through his nose. Not here. Not now. He can't afford to show weakness in front of this alpha. Alphas like this one smell vulnerability the way sharks smell blood. 40 seconds. The man takes a step forward. Not toward Riven, just shifting his weight, adjusting his stance. His shoes are polished black leather, gleaming under the elevator lights. His hands are relaxed at his sides, but there's something coiled about him, something that suggests he could move faster than thought if he wanted to. Riven's grip on the boxes tightens until his knuckles ache. 50 seconds. The elevator slows. 28th floor. The doors open. A woman in a business suit glances inside, sees the man in the corner, and immediately steps back. The doors close. The elevator continues upward. Riven's stomach drops. She didn't even hesitate. Just one look at this alpha and she chose the stairs. 55 seconds. The cramping flares again, sharper this time, stealing his breath. Riven's vision blurs for half a second. He blinks hard, forcing himself to focus on the floor numbers. 32, 33. His phone buzzes again and again. 3 vibrations in rapid succession. Riven's blood turns to ice. Only one person calls like that. Rapid fire. Relentless. Demanding. No. The elevator passes the 38th floor. 39th. 40. His hands start shaking harder. Not from exhaustion now. From something older. Something that lives in his spine and remembers 18 months of being told when to eat, when to sleep, when to speak, when to shut up. 41st floor. The elevator slows. Riven exhales, preparing to step out the moment the doors open. Then a scent hits him from the hallway beyond, sharp, familiar, wrong. It seeps through the crack before the doors even part. Bergamot and leather and something acidic that makes his throat close. Drazik. Riven's entire body locks. The doors slide open. His ex-alpha stands 15 feet away, phone in hand, eyes scanning the hallway. Tall, lean, with copper-brown skin and locks tied back. He's wearing the same leather jacket he always wore when he wanted Riven to know he was hunting. Their eyes meet. Drazik's mouth curves into a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Riven. The word is soft, poisonous. Riven slams his hand against the closed door button. Once, twice, 3 times. Panic flooding his veins. His breath coming in short gasps. His vision tunneling. Drazik steps forward. Stop running from me. Riven hits the button again. Harder, his entire body trembling. The doors don't move. Drazik's smile widens. Then a growl rumbles through the elevator. Low, deep, vibrating in Riven's chest like distant thunder. The man in the corner has moved. Not much. Just one step forward, positioning himself slightly between Riven and the open doors. His scent spikes, flooding the space with dominance so thick Riven can taste it. The air itself seems to press down. Drazik's smile falters. His eyes flick to the man in the suit, and something shifts in his expression. Recognition, maybe, or fear disguised as caution. The doors begin to close. Drazik lunges forward, hand outstretched. The doors slam shut. Silence. Riven can't breathe, can't think. His heart is a trapped bird smashing against his ribs. The boxes slip from his hands, hitting the floor with dull thuds. He stumbles back against the mirrored wall, legs shaking so badly he's not sure they'll hold him. The man turns, looks down at him, and speaks for the first time, voice low and controlled and absolutely lethal. Who was that? Not a question. Command. What do you think the Alpha King will do when he finds out the truth about Riven's sex? Drop your theories below. Riven's throat closes. He stares at the elevator doors, at the brushed gold panels now sealed shut, separating him from Drazik. His pulse hammers in his ears. His hands won't stop shaking. The scent of bergamot and leather still clings to his clothes, mixing with the sharper, colder dominance radiating from the man now standing 3 feet away. I said. The alpha's voice drops lower. Who was that? Riven forces his gaze down, focusing on the fallen boxes at his feet. Shipping labels. Barcodes. Anything but those dark eyes cutting through him like broken glass. Nobody. The lie tastes like ash. Just nobody important. The silence that follows is worse than shouting. The elevator continues climbing. 43rd floor. 44th. The hum of machinery is the only sound besides Riven's ragged breathing. He can feel the alpha's attention on him, heavy and calculating, picking apart every tremor, every avoided glance. Riven bends down, reaching for the boxes. His fingers brush cardboard. His abdomen cramps again. Sharp, twisting, and he gasps before he can stop himself. A hand closes around his upper arm. Not rough, not gentle, just firm, steadying. Riven freezes. The alpha pulled him upright without effort, one hand still gripping his arm, the other reaching down to collect both boxes in a single motion. He straightens, holding the parcels like they weigh nothing, studying Riven's face with an intensity that makes his skin prickle. You're shaking. It's an observation, not concern. Clinical. Your scent spiked the moment those doors opened. Fear response. Trauma response. Riven tries to pull away. The grip doesn't tighten, but it doesn't release either. I'm fine. His voice cracks. I need to deliver these packages. My supervisor. Omegas don't shake like that over nobody. The words hit like a slap. Riven's eyes snap up before he can stop them. The alpha is staring at him, really staring. And there's something in that gaze that makes Riven's stomach drop. Not cruelty, not lust, something older. Something that feels like being seen through skin and bone down to the parts he keeps hidden. The elevator passes the 50th floor. Riven jerks his arm free. This time, the alpha lets him. With all due respect, Riven's voice shakes despite his best efforts. You don't know anything about me, so please, just give me my boxes and forget this happened. The alpha doesn't hand them over. Instead, he tilts his head slightly, nostrils flaring. Scenting, reading the information Riven's body betrays without permission. Fear, exhaustion, the faint undernote of something else. Something Riven hasn't confirmed yet. Something he's terrified to name. You work for Summit Couriers. The alpha's gaze drops to the logo on Riven's shirt. Late afternoon deliveries in luxury buildings. Low pay, high turnover. It's not a question. Riven's jaw tightens. What's your point? My point. The alpha steps closer, and Riven's back hits the mirrored wall. Is that you ran into this elevator like your life depended on it. Then someone appeared who made you panic. Trauma response, which means either he hurt you or you believe he will. Riven's breath comes faster. The elevator walls feel like they're shrinking. The alpha's scent wraps around him. Cedar and winter rain, sharp and clean and overwhelming. Presses against his hindbrain, demanding answers, demanding submission. It's none of your business. The words come out weaker than Riven intended. Maybe. The alpha sets the boxes down carefully on the elevator floor. When he straightens, his eyes haven't left Riven's face. But now I'm making it my business. Why? Riven hears the desperation in his own voice and hates it. You don't even know me. I'm nobody. Just a courier trying to do his job. Please, I can't afford complications. The elevator slows. 58th floor. Not Riven's stop. The alpha reaches past him. Not touching, just moving, and presses a button. The elevator stops entirely, suspended between floors. The hum cuts off. Silence rushes in. Riven's heart slams against his ribs. What are you doing? Giving you 30 seconds to tell me the truth. The alpha's voice is calm. Too calm, like a blade wrapped in silk. Because whatever just happened, you're terrified. And terrified omegas make bad decisions. Riven laughs, bitter, sharp, breaking at the edges. You think stopping the elevator is going to make me trust you? No. The alpha's expression doesn't change. I think stopping the elevator is going to keep you from running before I get answers. Answers to what? Who he was, what he did, and why you'd rather risk losing your job than face him. The words land like punches. Riven's throat tightens. His vision blurs. He blinks hard, refusing to cry in front of the stranger, this alpha who probably sees him as entertainment. Just another broken Omega with a sob story. He's my ex. The admission rips out before Riven can stop it. Happy now? He's my ex-alpha, and I left him and he won't accept it. There. That's your answer. The temperature in the elevator drops. The alpha's expression shifts, subtle, deadly. His jaw tightens. His scent sharpens, flooding the space with something darker. Something that makes Riven's hindbrain scream danger but also, inexplicably, safety. How long? What? How long since you left? Riven swallows. For months. And he's still following you. It's not a question. It's a conclusion. And the quiet rage beneath it makes Riven's pulse stutter. I can handle it. Riven's voice is barely a whisper now. I keep my head down. I work. I stay out of his way. It's fine. It's not fine. The alpha moves closer, and Riven should feel trapped but instead feels anchored. You're exhausted, underfed, running yourself into the ground trying to stay invisible. How would you? Because I can smell it. The alpha's eyes narrow. Fear, chronic stress, sleep deprivation, and something else. Riven's blood turns to ice. No, the alpha inhales slowly, deliberately. His gaze drops to Riven's abdomen, then back up to his face. When did the cramping start? Riven's mouth opens. No sound comes out. The elevator is too small. The air is too thick. The alpha is too close, and Riven can't breathe, can't think, can't do anything but stand there while his world tilts sideways. I don't. His voice breaks. I don't know what you're talking about. The alpha's hand moves, slow, giving Riven time to pull away, and presses the button to restart the elevator. The machinery hums back to life. They begin ascending again, but the alpha doesn't step back. You don't have to tell me. His voice is quieter now, almost gentle. But you should know. Whatever he did to you, whatever he's threatening, you don't have to face it alone. Riven laughs again, hollow. Why do you care? You don't even know my name. The alpha's lips curve slightly, not quite a smile. Something sharper. Kael. Riven blinks. What? My name. It's Kael. He pauses. And I care because Omegas being hunted by abusive ex-alphas tend to end up dead if someone doesn't intervene. The bluntness steals Riven's breath. The elevator reaches the 62nd floor. The doors open. Kael picks up the boxes, hands them to Riven with surprising care, and steps aside. 62nd floor. Your delivery. Riven takes the boxes on autopilot, legs moving before his brain catches up. He steps into the hallway, turning back just as the doors begin to close. Kael is watching him, still, unblinking. If he finds you again, Kael's voice carries through the narrowing gap. Don't run to the elevator. The doors are almost shut. Run to me. The panels close. Riven stands alone in the empty hallway, boxes shaking in his grip, Kael's words echoing in his skull. His phone buzzes. He looks down. A text from Drazik. You can't hide in elevators forever, baby. I'll be waiting downstairs. We need to talk about our future. Riven's knees buckle. He barely makes it to the wall before his legs give out. Do you think Riven should trust Kael? Or is this alpha hiding something darker? Comment your thoughts. Riven's hands won't stop shaking. He stares at the text message, at the words "our future," glowing on his cracked phone screen. The hallway tilts. The walls press in. His stomach cramps again. Harder this time, deep and insistent, like something inside is trying to claw its way out. Not now. Please, not now. He forces himself upright, gripping the boxes against his chest like a shield. The delivery. He has to make the delivery. Apartment 6214, just down the hall. 40 feet. 30 seconds of walking and he can leave, take the stairs, avoid the lobby entirely. Drazik won't wait forever. Will he? Riven's legs move on autopilot. Left foot, right foot. The carpet muffles his footsteps. Crystal sconces throw soft light across cream-colored walls lined with abstract paintings that probably cost more than his yearly salary. The Orem Suites, where the rich hide from people like him. Apartment 6214. He finds it, rings the bell. A woman answers. 50s, silver hair, annoyed expression. She takes the boxes without a word, without a tip, and closes the door in his face. Riven stands there for 3 seconds, staring at polished mahogany, before his phone buzzes again. He doesn't look, can't look. His chest is too tight. His lungs won't fill properly. The cramping spreads from his abdomen into his lower back, sharp and radiating, and suddenly he's 14 again, hiding in a bathroom stall during his first heat, terrified and alone and convinced his body was trying to kill him. He leans against the wall, eyes closed, breathing through his nose. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. The technique his therapist taught him before the shelter's funding dried up and he couldn't afford sessions anymore. It doesn't help. Drazik is downstairs, waiting, smiling that smile that used to make Riven feel wanted before it started making him feel owned. Riven pulls out his phone. 3 new messages. I saw you get on that elevator. With him. You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know what alphas like that want from pretty little omegas? Come downstairs. Now. Or I come up. Riven's stomach lurches. He stumbles toward the stairwell door, shoving it open, plunging into fluorescent-lit concrete. His footsteps echo. Down. He has to go down. 62 floors. His legs are already shaking. Doesn't matter. Stairs are safer than elevators. Stairs mean Drazik has to guess which floor, which exit. He makes it down 3 flights before his vision blurs. 4 flights before the cramping becomes unbearable. 5 flights before he has to stop, gripping the railing, gasping. His phone buzzes. Lobby cameras saw you go into the stairwell. East side. I'm coming up. No. Riven pushes off the railing, forcing his legs to move. Down. Faster. His dress shoes slip on concrete. He catches himself on the railing, keeps going. 57th floor. 56th. His phone buzzes again. He ignores it. 55th floor. Footsteps echo from below. Heavy. Ascending. Getting closer. Riven's heart stops. He freezes on the landing, staring down through the gap between staircases. 2 floors below, a figure rounds the corner. Leather jacket. Locks. Moving with the confidence of someone who knows his prey is cornered. Drazik. Riven backs up. Quietly, carefully. His hand finds the stairwell door. He slips through into the 55th floor hallway, easing it shut without sound. Silence. He presses his ear against the door. Listens. Footsteps continue upward, past the 55th floor. Toward the 56th. Riven exhales. The hallway here is identical to the 62nd floor. Cream walls, crystal sconces, expensive silence. But there's no delivery to make. No reason to be here. If building security sees him wandering, they'll call it in. And if they call it in, his supervisor will know he's off route. His phone buzzes. Where are you, baby? This is getting old. Riven's hands shake so hard he almost drops the phone. He needs to think, needs to plan, needs to. The cramping hits again, doubling him over. He gasps, bracing against the wall, waiting for it to pass. It doesn't. Instead, it spreads, radiating through his pelvis and into his thighs. His vision swims. His mouth fills with saliva, the kind that comes right before throwing up. No, not here. Not in this hallway where anyone could see. He stumbles forward, looking for a bathroom, a supply closet, anything. His legs barely hold him. The walls blur. He counts doors. 5502, 5504, 5506. There. At the end of the hall, a door marked maintenance. He He half walks, half crawls toward it. His fingers fumble with the handle. Locked. Of course it's locked. Riven sinks to the floor, back against the wall, head between his knees. Breathe. Just breathe. The cramping will pass. It always passes. His phone buzzes. You're pregnant, aren't you? Riven's world stops. I can tell. You've been avoiding me for 4 months and now you're pregnant. That's my pup, Riven. Mine. And you think you can just take it away from me? The words swim across the screen. Riven's hands go numb. He hasn't confirmed it. Hasn't taken a test. Hasn't dared to hope or fear or think about what it might mean. But deep down, in the part of him that's been waking up nauseous, that's been exhausted despite sleeping 12 hours, that's been cramping in ways that feel different from heat, he knows. Come downstairs or I call your supervisor. Tell him you're stealing packages. Making unauthorized stops. Harassing tenants. Riven's breath comes in short gasps. Drazik would do it. He's done worse. He's the reason Riven lost his last job, his last apartment, his last shred of dignity. The stairwell door opens. Riven's head snaps up. Kael steps into the hallway. He's still wearing the black suit, the blood-red shirt. But something about him has changed. His posture is looser. His expression is harder. His eyes scan the hallway with the precision of someone trained to find threats. They land on Riven. Kael's jaw tightens. He crosses the distance in 4 strides, crouching in front of Riven without touching him. His scent, cedar and winter rain, washes over Riven like cold water, cutting through the panic. How many floors did you take the stairs? Riven blinks. What? How many floors? From 62. 7. Maybe 8. Kael's eyes narrow. You're in pain. It's not a question. Riven shakes his head. Lies. I'm fine. You're sitting on the floor of a hallway you have no reason to be in. Kael's voice is calm. Clinical. Your scent is broadcasting distress. And your ex is somewhere in this building looking for you. Riven's breath catches. How did you? I heard him in the stairwell. Loud. Angry. Calling your name. Kael tilts his head. So I followed. Why? The question hangs between them. Kael's expression doesn't change. Because I told you. If he finds you again, don't run to elevators. Run to me. I didn't run to you. Riven's voice cracks. I ran to a maintenance closet. Close enough. Despite everything, Riven almost laughs. Almost. Then his phone buzzes. He doesn't look. Doesn't need to. He already knows what it says. Kael's gaze drops to the phone in Riven's hand. May I? Riven hesitates, then nods. Kael takes the phone, reads the screen. His expression goes cold, ice forming over stone. When he looks up, there's something lethal in his eyes. He thinks the pup is his. Riven flinches. I haven't confirmed anything. I don't even know if. You know. Kael hands the phone back. Your body knows. That's why you're cramping. Stress response. Early pregnancy. The words hit like bullets. Riven's vision blurs. Please don't. I can't think about this right now. I just need to get out of this building without. Footsteps echo in the stairwell. Close. Getting closer. Kael stands in one fluid motion, positioning himself between Riven and the stairwell door. His posture shifts, subtle but absolute. Shoulders back, chin up, scent flooding the hallway with dominance so thick it makes Riven's hindbrain scream submit. But it's not aimed at him. The stairwell door opens. Drazik steps through. He sees Riven first. Relief flashes across his face. Then his gaze shifts to Kael. The relief dies. Oh, Drazik's voice is carefully neutral. You. Kael doesn't respond. Doesn't move. Just stands there, silent and immovable. A wall of contained violence. Drazik's smile returns, thinner now, forced. I'm just here for my Omega. We have some things to discuss. Personal things. He's not your Omega. Kael's voice is quiet. Too quiet. Excuse me, I said. Kael takes one step forward. Just one. But the shift in the air is catastrophic. He's not your Omega. Not anymore. Drazik's jaw tightens. His scent spikes. Bergamot and leather and aggression barely contained. And who the hell are you to tell me that? Kael smiles. It doesn't reach his eyes. Someone you should walk away from, right now. What do you think Drazik will do next? Will he back down or escalate? Drop your predictions below. Drazik doesn't move. Neither does Kael. The hallway crackles with tension. Two alphas locked in a standoff, sense colliding like weather systems. Riven stays on the floor, frozen, watching the space between them shrink without either man taking a step. I don't know who you think you are. Drazik's voice is tight, controlled, the kind of control that comes right before snapping. But Riven and I have history. We have a bond. And if he's carrying my pup, he's not. Kael's interruption is surgical, precise. Drazik's expression twists. You don't know that. I know he left you 4 months ago. I know you've been stalking him since. And I know, Kael's eyes narrow, that omegas don't run from alphas who treat them right. The words land like acid. Drazik's fists clench. You don't know anything about us. I know enough. Silence. Riven's heart hammers so hard his ribs ache. He should stand, should say something, should stop this before it explodes. But his legs won't work. His voice won't come. He just sits there, back against the wall, watching two predators circle without moving. Drazik's gaze shifts past Kael. Locks on Riven. Baby. His voice softens. Gentle. The tone he used to use when he wanted Riven to forget yesterday's bruises. Come here. Let's talk. Just you and me. Riven's throat closes. He's not going anywhere with you. Kael's voice drops lower, darker. That's not your decision. Drazik takes a step forward. Riven, come. Here. The command in his voice hits Riven's hindbrain like a hammer. Instinct screams obey. 18 months of conditioning surges through his veins. Muscle memory built from fear and exhaustion and the certainty that disobedience meant consequences. His body starts to move. Then Kael's sense spikes. It slams into Riven like a wave. Cedar and winter rain amplified 1,000 times. Laced with authority so absolute it makes Drazik's command feel like a whisper in a hurricane. Riven's body locks. Stops. His hindbrain short-circuits, caught between two directives. But Kael's wins. Drazik sees it. His expression darkens. You're using alpha dominance on him. His voice shakes with barely contained rage. That's illegal. Coercion. No. Kael's tone doesn't change. I'm reminding him he has a choice. You were taking that away. I was. Commanding him, without consent, which is assault. Kael tilts his head. Want me to call building security? Or would you prefer I call the Northcrest Omega Protection Bureau? The threat hangs in the air. Drazik's jaw works. His hands tremble. For a moment, Riven thinks he might lunge, might attack, might do something stupid that ends with blood on expensive carpet. Instead, Drazik laughs. It's not a nice sound. You think you're helping him? Drazik gestures toward Riven. You think playing hero makes you better than me? He's a mess. Can't hold a job. Can't take care of himself. He needs structure. Needs someone to guide him. He needs... Kael's voice turns to ice. Someone who doesn't make him shake when they enter a room. Direct hit. Drazik's face flushes. You don't know what you're talking about. Then explain. Kael crosses his arms. Explain why he ran into an elevator and almost collapsed from fear. Explain why he took 7 flights of stairs instead of risking the lobby. Explain. His eyes bore into Drazik. Why an Omega would rather exhaust himself than face you. Drazik's mouth opens, closes. No words come. Riven watches from the floor, chest tight, waiting for the explosion. It doesn't come. Instead, Drazik's expression shifts, hardens. Fine, you want to play protector? Go ahead. But when he comes crawling back, and he will, don't say I didn't warn you. He turns, walks toward the stairwell door, then stops, looks back at Riven. That pup is mine, Riven, and I will prove it. You can't hide forever. The door slams shut. Silence floods the hallway. Riven can't breathe, can't move. His entire body feels like it's been hollowed out and filled with static. He stares at the closed door, waiting for it to open again, waiting for Drazik to change his mind. It doesn't. Kael crouches in front of him again, movements slow and deliberate. He's gone. Riven nods, doesn't trust his voice. Did he hurt you? Just now. Riven shakes his head. Before. The question is quiet, careful. Riven's hands start shaking again. He shoves them under his thighs, pressing them against the carpet. It doesn't matter. It does. Why? Riven's voice cracks. Why do you care? You don't know me. You don't owe me anything. I'm just some random Omega who got in your elevator. Kael studies him for a long moment, then reaches into his jacket and pulls out a business card. Sets it on the carpet between them. Kael Thornhart, CEO, Thornhart Industries. Riven stares at the card. Black, embossed gold lettering. An address in the financial district. His brain struggles to process. His voice sounds far away. You're Kael Thornhart. Yes, the Kael Thornhart, who owns half the city. 3 districts, 6 corporations. But who's counting? Riven's laugh comes out broken. Why would someone like you care about someone like me? Kael's expression softens, just slightly, because I've seen what happens to Omegas trapped in situations like yours, and I've never liked the endings. The honesty in his voice steals Riven's breath. I can't. Riven swallows hard. I can't pay you. If you're thinking I need a lawyer or protection or I don't have money, I barely have rent. I'm not asking for payment. Then what do you want? Kael stands, offering his hand. Right now, I want to make sure you get out of this building safely. Then I want you to consider letting me help. Riven stares at the offered hand. Strong, steady, scarred across the knuckles. I don't understand. His voice is barely a whisper. Why would you help me? Kael's jaw tightens. Something flickers behind his eyes, old pain maybe or memory. Because no one helped my mother when she needed it. And I won't make that mistake twice. The words hit like a confession. Riven takes his hand. Kael pulls him upright, gentle, careful, and steadies him when his legs wobble. His scent wraps around Riven again, but softer now. Less dominance, more shelter. Can you walk? Riven nods. Good. There's a private exit on the 54th floor. Leads directly to the parking garage. No lobby, no cameras in that section. How do you? I own the building. Of course he does. They move toward the stairwell. Kael opens the door, checks the space, then gestures for Riven to follow. They descend in silence. 1 floor. Riven's legs ache. His abdomen cramps again. Sharper this time, stealing his breath mid-step. He stumbles. Kael catches him before he falls. 1 arm around his waist, holding him upright. How bad is the pain? I'm fine. Riven. The way he says his name, firm but not commanding, makes Riven's throat tighten. It's just cramps. It'll pass. Kael doesn't let go. Instead, he shifts his grip, supporting more of Riven's weight. When did they start? A few days ago. On and off. And the nausea? Riven freezes. How did you? Your scent is changing. Subtle. But I notice things. They reach the 54th floor landing. Kael pushes open the door marked private. Authorized personnel only. The hallway beyond is narrower. Dimmer. Service corridor. Riven's legs barely hold him. Kael's arm tightens around his waist. Almost there. They walk 20 feet. 30. Riven's vision swims. His stomach cramps again. Deep, insistent, dragging a gasp from his throat. Kael stops, turns to face him. You need a doctor. I can't afford. I have a private physician. Discreet. Omega specialized. Riven shakes his head. I don't even know if I'm actually. You are. The certainty in Kael's voice makes Riven's chest constrict. You don't know that. Kael's hand moves. Slow, giving Riven time to pull away, and rests gently on Riven's lower abdomen, just above the cramping. His palm is warm, steady. I can feel it. His voice drops to something almost reverent. The pup is there, faint, but there. Riven's world tilts. He stares at Kael's hand on his stomach, at the certainty in those dark eyes, at the impossible thing being offered, hope dressed as protection. How? His voice breaks. How can you tell? Kael's thumb brushes against the fabric of Riven's shirt. Because alpha kings have senses most alphas don't. We can detect pack bonds, bloodlines, potential. Alpha king. The words register slowly. Riven's mouth goes dry. You're an alpha king? Kael's expression doesn't change. Yes, but that's myth, legend. Those don't exist anymore. We're rare, but we exist. Riven's knees buckle. Kael catches him again, lowering them both to the floor back against the wall. His arm stays around Riven's waist, anchoring, protective. Breathe, just breathe. Riven tries, fails. His chest is too tight. His thoughts are spinning too fast. Alpha King, Kael Thornhart, the most powerful alpha in Northcrest. And he just told off Drazik like he was nothing. Why are you telling me this? Riven whispers. Kael's gaze doesn't waver. Because you deserve the truth. And because he pauses, something shifts in his expression. The pup responded to me. Riven goes still. What? When I touched you, just now. The pup's scent shifted. Recognized mine. Kael's jaw tightens. Which shouldn't be possible. Unless he doesn't finish. Doesn't need to. Riven's hands start shaking again. Unless what? Kael's eyes meet his. Dark, certain, devastating. Unless I'm the father. Is Kael telling the truth, or is there something he's not revealing? What do you think happens next? Share your theories. Riven stops breathing. The hallway tilts. The walls blur. His ears ring with the kind of silence that comes right before fainting. That's impossible. The words spill out. Automatic. Desperate. We never. I don't even know you. Kael's expression doesn't change. He just sits there, arms still around Riven's waist, hands still resting on his abdomen, radiating the kind of calm certainty that makes panic feel irrational. You're sure? His voice is quiet. Of course I'm sure. Riven tries to pull away. Kael's grip loosens but doesn't release. I would remember sleeping with an alpha king. That's not something you forget. Not consciously. The words hang in the air. Riven's heart stutters. What does that mean? Kael's gaze turns distant, calculating. 4 months ago, late August, there was a charity gala at the Meridian Hotel. Fundraiser for Omega Shelters. Riven's blood turns to ice. He was there, working, serving drinks in the ballroom to people who looked through him like glass. He remembers because it was his last shift before leaving Drazik, before everything fell apart. I worked that event. His voice is barely audible. But I was serving. I wasn't. You spilled champagne on my jacket. The memory slams into Riven like a freight train. The tray, the stumble, the crystal flute tipping over, golden liquid spreading across expensive black fabric. His panic, his apologies, strong hands steadying him, a voice telling him it was fine. A face he didn't look at because he was too terrified of being fired. Oh God. Riven's hands fly to his mouth. That was you. Kael nods. You were shaking, terrified. Your ex was there, watching you. I could smell the fear rolling off you. Riven remembers. Drazik had attended the gala as a +1 to one of his syndicate connections. Had spent the entire night watching Riven work, making sure he didn't talk to other alphas, making sure he knew who he belonged to. I helped you clean up. Kael's voice is measured, careful. Walked you to the service hallway, away from your ex's line of sight. The memory sharpens, comes into focus. The service hallway, the quiet, the stranger in the ruined jacket who didn't yell or threaten or demand compensation, who just stood there, blocking the view from the ballroom, giving Riven space to collect the broken glass without an audience. You stayed until I finished. Riven's throat tightens. You didn't have to. No, I didn't. Then why? Because your ex was watching, and I didn't trust him not to follow you. The admission makes Riven's chest ache. I don't remember anything after that. He forces himself to think, to push past the panic. I cleaned up. You left. I finished my shift. Went home. You sure you went home? Riven opens his mouth, closes it. That night is foggy. He remembers cleaning up, remembers finishing the shift, remembers Drazik being angry about something when Riven got back to the apartment. But the space between leaving the hotel and arriving home is blank. Missing hours. He'd assumed exhaustion, stress. But what if? I don't remember. His voice cracks. I should remember, but I don't. Kael's jaw tightens. Your drink, at the gala. Did anyone touch it? Riven's stomach drops. I had water, from the staff break room, but I left it unattended when I went back to the floor. And when you returned? It was where I left it. I finished it. Kael's expression goes cold. How long after drinking it did the memory gap start? Riven's hands start trembling. 20 minutes, maybe 30. And how did you get home? I don't. His breathing quickens. I don't remember. I just remember waking up in my apartment the next morning feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. Kael's grip on his waist tightens. Not restraining. Grounding. Someone drugged you. The words punched the air from Riven's lungs. No, that doesn't make sense. Who would? Your ex. Kael's voice is flat. Lethal. If he thought you were getting too much attention from other alphas. If he wanted to make sure you didn't leave the hotel with anyone else. Riven's vision blurs. His chest heaves. The hallway spins. I don't remember. He's gasping now. I don't remember anything. If he. Look at me. Kael's voice cuts through the panic. Firm. Steady. Look at me, Riven. Riven forces his eyes to focus. Kael's face fills his vision. You're safe. Right now, in this moment, you're safe. How can you say that? Tears blur Riven's eyes. If what you're saying is true, if someone drugged me, if I can't remember, then we figure it out. Together. The certainty in his voice makes Riven want to believe, want to trust, want to let someone else carry the weight for 5 goddamn seconds. But trust is expensive, and Riven's already paid too much. Why would you help me? His voice breaks completely. If the pup is yours, that means someone assaulted me, took advantage of me while I was drugged. That's a liability. That's a scandal. Someone like you doesn't need that. Kael's expression shifts. Something fierce and protective burns behind his eyes. Someone like me, his voice drops, built an empire by protecting the people others throw away. My mother was an omega, abused by her alpha, died because no one intervened. His grip on Riven tightens. I will not let that happen to you. The raw honesty steals Riven's breath. But if the pup is yours, if we can't remember how, then we find out what happened. Kael's thumb brushes against Riven's abdomen. Gentle, reverent, and we protect the pup, no matter what. Riven's tears spill over. He can't stop them, can't hold them back. For months of fear and exhaustion and wondering if he's losing his mind come crashing down. Kael doesn't pull away, doesn't tell him to stop, just sits there, solid and unmoving, letting Riven fall apart against his shoulder. I can't do this. Riven's voice is muffled against expensive fabric. I can't fight Drazik. Can't prove anything. Can't. You don't have to. Kael's voice is quiet. Final. I will. You don't understand. He's connected. The Meridian Syndicate. They have lawyers, money, influence. So do I. Kael shifts, tilting Riven's chin up gently. And unlike them, I don't play by rules that protect abusers. Riven stares into those dark eyes and sees something that terrifies him more than Drazik ever did. Absolute conviction. If the pup is yours, Riven's voice shakes. Drazik will fight for custody. Claim it's his. Take me to court. Let him try. You don't. I own 3 district courts, 6 law firms, and enough dirt on the Meridian Syndicate to dismantle them overnight. Kael's expression doesn't change. If he wants a war, I'll give him one he can't win. The promise should sound arrogant. Instead, it sounds like gravity. Inevitable. Riven's phone buzzes. They both freeze. Kael releases Riven's chin, letting him check the screen. It's not Drazik. It's his supervisor. Where are you? You missed your 3 p.m. pickup. Call me now or you're suspended. Riven's stomach drops. I have to, my job. How much do you make? Kael's question is clinical. What? Monthly. How much? Riven's face flushes. That's none of your 1,200? 1,500? 1,400? The admission tastes like failure. Before taxes. Kael's jaw tightens. You're killing yourself for 1,400 a month. It's all I have. Not anymore. Riven blinks. What? Kael stands, pulling Riven up with him. His hand stays on Riven's waist, steady, grounding. You're done with that job. Effective immediately. I can't just. You can. And you will. Kael's expression leaves no room for argument. I'll cover your expenses until we figure this out. Rent, food, medical care. Riven's pride flares. I'm not a charity case. No. You're the possible mother of my child. That makes you my responsibility. The word mother hits Riven like a punch. He's not. He can't be. His hand moves unconsciously to his abdomen. Presses against the spot where Kael's palm rested moments ago. Something flutters. Faint. Impossible. Riven gasps. Kael sees it. His eyes sharpen. You felt it. That's not. It's too early. Not for alpha kings. Kael's voice drops. We can sense pups from conception, especially our own. Riven's world narrows to the tiny flutter beneath his palm. So small, so fragile, so terrifyingly real. I don't know how to do this. His voice breaks. I don't know how to be a parent. How to fight Drazik. How to. You don't have to know. Kael steps closer. His scent wraps around Riven like armor. You just have to let me help. Riven looks up at him. At this stranger who isn't a stranger. At this alpha king who should terrify him but instead makes him feel safer than he's felt in years. Why? The question is barely a whisper. Why does this matter to you? Kael's hand moves to Riven's face, cups his jaw, thumb brushing away tears. Because that pup, his voice is rough, answered my scent, recognized me, which means whatever happened 4 months ago. His eyes lock on Riven's. That pup is mine, and I protect what's mine. The possessiveness should trigger Riven's trauma, should send him running. Instead, it feels like being claimed by something stronger than fear. Riven's phone buzzes again. He doesn't look. Kael does. His expression goes deadly. What? Riven's voice shakes. Kael shows him the screen. A message from Drazik. I know you're with him. I know what you're planning. But that pup has MY scent markers. My DNA. The courts will prove it. And when they do, you'll lose everything, including your freedom. Riven's knees buckle. Kael catches him. Again. He's bluffing. Kael's voice is stone. Scent markers can be faked. DNA tests can't. But if he takes me to court, if he forces a test before I'm ready, he won't. Kael's eyes glow with something dangerous. Because I'm filing for custody first. Riven's head snaps up. What? Emergency protective custody. For both you and the pup. Based on stalking, harassment, threatening behavior. Kael's jaw tightens. I'll have the paperwork filed by tonight. You can't just. I can. And I will. Kael pulls out his phone. Dials. Marcus. I need an emergency custody petition. Full protection order. Omega and unborn pup. Pause. Yes. Tonight. I don't care what you have to do. He ends the call. Riven stares. Who was that? My lawyer. He's good. Good enough to fight the Meridian Syndicate? Kael's smile is sharp, cold. Good enough to bury them. Do you think Kael can really protect Riven? Or is Drazik's threat more dangerous than it seems? Comment what you think will happen when the custody battle begins. The phone hits the floor. Riven's hands are shaking too badly to hold it. The screen cracks against tile, Drazik's message still glowing through splintered glass. Words that shouldn't be possible. Threats that make Riven's blood run cold. Kael picks up the phone, studies the screen. His expression doesn't change, but his scent does. Winter rain turning to ice, sharp enough to cut. He's desperate. Kael hands the phone back. Desperate men make mistakes. He said he has my scent markers. Riven's voice cracks. On the pup. How is that possible if what you're saying is true? Kael's jaw tightens. Because he's lying. Scent markers don't transfer to unborn pups. That's not how biology works. Then why would he say it? To scare you. To make you believe you have no options. Kael's eyes narrow. It's a manipulation tactic. And it's working. Riven wants to argue. Wants to defend himself. But Kael's right. Terror is crawling through his veins, making his thoughts spiral, making every threat feel real even when logic says otherwise. What if he forces a DNA test? Riven whispers. Before I'm ready. Before I even know if I want to keep. He can't finish the sentence. Kael steps closer. His hand finds Riven's shoulder. Steady. Grounding. No one forces anything. Not while I'm here. You can't promise that. Watch me. The certainty in his voice should feel arrogant. Instead, it feels like oxygen. Riven's phone buzzes again. They both look down. Another message from Drazik. Longer this time. I talked to my lawyer. He says I have rights. Biological father rights. Even if you try to run, even if you try to hide behind your new alpha, the courts will side with me. I know people, Riven, judges, officials. You think money can buy everything? I have connections that go deeper than bank accounts. This pup is mine, and you will come back to me, one way or another. Riven's knees give out. Kael catches him, always catches him, lowering them both to the floor. His arms wrap around Riven, solid and unmoving, creating a barrier between him and the world trying to tear him apart. Breathe. Kael's voice is low, controlled. Just breathe. Riven tries. His chest hitches. His lungs won't fill properly. The cramping in his abdomen flares again, sharp and vicious, stealing what little air he has left. He's going to take my baby. The words spill out between gasps. He's going to take my baby, and there's nothing I can do to stop him. He's not taking anything. Kael's grip tightens. I told you, I'm filing for emergency custody. Tonight. That means the courts recognize me as the protective parent. Not him. But you're not. Riven's voice breaks. We don't even know for sure if you're the father. What if the test comes back and it won't? You can't know that. Kael pulls back just enough to look Riven in the eyes. His expression is carved from stone and certainty. The pup responded to my scent. That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen with false paternity. His hand moves to Riven's abdomen again. Gentle, reverent. This pup knows me, which means I know it's mine. The conviction in his voice makes Riven want to believe, want to hope, want to let someone else carry the fear for just one moment. But hope is dangerous. Hope gets you hurt. What if you're wrong? Riven's voice is barely audible. What if Drazik's right and the DNA proves? Then we deal with it. Together. Kael's thumb brushes against Riven's stomach. But I'm not wrong. Riven stares at him. At this alpha king who appeared out of nowhere and decided Riven was worth protecting. At the man who should be a stranger but somehow feels like the only solid thing in a world that won't stop spinning. I don't understand why you're doing this. The confession rips out of him. I'm nobody. I have nothing. I can't pay you back. Can't give you anything in return. I'm not asking for payment. Then what do you want? Kael's gaze doesn't waver. I want you safe. I want the pup safe. I want your ex in a cell where he can't hurt anyone ever again. The words should sound impossible. Instead, they sound like a vow. Riven's phone buzzes one more time. He doesn't want to look, doesn't want to see what fresh nightmare Drazik has conjured. But Kael's already reaching for it, reading the screen, and the way his expression goes cold makes Riven's stomach drop. What? Riven's voice shakes. What did he say? Kael turns the phone around. A photo fills the screen. Riven's apartment building. His window. 3rd floor. The curtains are open. The lights are off. But someone's been inside. The photo was taken from inside his apartment, looking out at the street. Below the image, a message. Nice place. Shame if something happened to it. Or to the things you left behind. I still have your key. Remember? From when we lived together. When you were mine. See you soon, baby. Riven's vision tunnels. The world goes distant, muffled, like he's underwater and drowning. Kael's hand on his face brings him back. Warm, solid, real. Look at me. Not a command. A lifeline. Look at me, Riven. Riven forces his eyes to focus. Kael's face swims into view. You're not going back to that apartment. I have to. All my stuff. I'll send someone to get it. Tonight. Security team. They'll pack everything and bring it to a safe location. I can't afford. I'm not asking you to pay. Kael's voice is firm. Final. You're staying somewhere Drazik can't reach you. Somewhere with security. Cameras. Guards. Where? Kael's expression shifts. Something almost vulnerable flickers behind his eyes. My building. Penthouse level. Guest suite. Riven's breath catches. I can't. That's too much. It's not enough. Kael's hand drops from Riven's face. But it's what I have to offer right now. Say yes. The word catches in Riven's throat. Every instinct screams danger. Screams trap. Screams that accepting help from powerful alphas always comes with a price. But staying in his apartment means Drazik has access. Means waking up to find him standing over the bed. Means becoming a prisoner in his own home. Okay. The word is barely a whisper. Okay. Kael exhales. Relief flashes across his face. Brief, human, gone before Riven can fully process it. Good. He stands, pulling Riven up with him. We leave now. My car is in the private garage. Level P3. They move through the service corridor. Kael's hand stays on Riven's lower back, guiding, protecting. His scent wraps around them both. A declaration to anyone watching that Riven is under his protection. The garage is concrete and shadows. Luxury cars gleam under fluorescent lights. Kael leads him to a black SUV with tinted windows. Opens the passenger door. Helps Riven inside. The seat is leather. Heated. More comfortable than Riven's bed. Kael slides into the driver's seat. Starts the engine. The SUV purrs to life. They pull out of the garage. Into afternoon traffic. North Crest streets blur past the window. Riven watches his apartment building disappear in the side mirror. Everything he owns is in that building. Everything he worked for. Everything he salvaged from the wreckage of leaving Drazik. And now it's contaminated. Invaded. No longer safe. I'll replace anything he destroys. Kael's voice cuts through the silence. Clothes. Furniture. Whatever you need. You don't have to. I want to. The conviction in those 3 words makes Riven's throat tighten. They drive in silence for 10 minutes. 15. The financial district rises ahead. Glass towers scraping the sky. Monuments to wealth and power. Kael pulls into an underground garage beneath the tallest building. Security gates. Keycard access. Cameras everywhere. Safe. This place is safe. They take a private elevator. Kael scans his palm. The elevator shoots upward. Riven's stomach drops. His hand moves unconsciously to his abdomen. The flutter is still there. Faint. Impossible. Real. Kael sees the gesture. His expression softens. Does it hurt? No. Riven's voice is quiet. It's just strange. Feeling something alive inside me. Scared, terrified, the honesty hangs between them. The elevator stops. Doors open into a hallway that's all marble and gold accents. Expensive art on the walls. Silence so thick it feels heavy. Kael leads him to a door at the end. Unlocks it with a fingerprint scan. The guest suite is bigger than Riven's entire apartment. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Modern furniture. Kitchen. A bedroom visible through an open door. Bathroom is through there. Kael gestures. Fridge is stocked. Security monitors are by the door. If you need anything, press the red button and someone will respond immediately. Riven steps inside. His reflection stares back from the windows. Small, exhausted, drowning in a world too big for him. I don't belong here. The words slip out before he can stop them. Kael turns, studies him. Why not? Because this is... Riven gestures helplessly. This is your world, not mine. I'm just... You're the person carrying my child. Kael's voice is steady, absolute. That means you belong wherever I say you belong. The possessiveness should trigger Riven's trauma, should send red flags shooting through his consciousness. Instead, it feels like being seen, being valued, being protected by something stronger than fear. Riven's phone buzzes. His entire body flinches. Kael crosses the space in 3 strides, takes the phone gently, reads the screen. His expression goes deadly. What? Riven can barely force the word out. Kael shows him a video sent from Drazik. Riven's apartment, the door opening, Drazik stepping inside, walking through Riven's space, touching his things, sitting on his bed, smiling at the camera. Hi baby, told you I still had the key, told you I'd find you. You can run to your fancy alpha and his fancy building. But this, he gestures at the apartment. This is still ours. These memories are still ours. And that pup you're carrying? That's mine too. I'll prove it. And when I do, you'll have no choice but to come home, where you belong, with me. The video ends. Riven can't breathe, can't think, can't. Kael's arms wrap around him. Solid, unbreaking. A wall between Riven and everything trying to destroy him. He just confessed to breaking and entering. Kael's voice is ice. Trespassing, stalking. That video is evidence. He doesn't care. Riven's voice breaks. He's never cared about consequences. He always gets away with everything. Not this time. Kael pulls out his phone, dials. Marcus, I'm sending you a video. Breaking and entering, stalking. I want criminal charges filed within the hour. And I want a restraining order that covers a 5-mile radius. Pause. I don't care what strings you have to pull. Do it. He ends the call, turns back to Riven. He's done. Finished. By tonight, if he comes within 5 miles of you, he goes to jail. Riven wants to believe, wants to feel safe. But safety is a myth he stopped believing in 18 months ago. What if it's not enough? His voice cracks. What if he? Kael's hand cups his face. Gentle, grounding. Then I'll do whatever it takes to stop him. I promise you that. Do you think the restraining order will be enough to stop Drazik? Or is he planning something even more dangerous? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of the story. Your support means everything, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments to inspire others. The city lights blur through floor-to-ceiling windows. Riven sits on the edge of the guest suite bed, hands pressed against his abdomen, feeling the impossible flutter that shouldn't exist yet. The room is silent except for the hum of climate control and his own ragged breathing. Kael is in the other room, on the phone, voice low and controlled, issuing orders that will reshape Riven's life whether he's ready or not. The door opens. Kael enters carrying 2 mugs, sets one on the nightstand beside Riven. Ginger tea, helps with nausea. Riven stares at the mug. Steam rises in delicate spirals. When was the last time someone made him tea? When was the last time someone noticed he was sick? Thank you. His voice is barely audible. Kael sits beside him, not too close, giving space, but his presence fills the room anyway. Solid, grounding, impossible to ignore. My security team is at your apartment now. They'll pack everything. Be here within 2 hours. Riven nods, doesn't trust his voice. Marcus filed the restraining order. Judge signed it 20 minutes ago. Drazik has been served electronically. If he violates it, he's arrested on sight. He won't care. Riven's hands tighten on his stomach. Rules don't apply to him. They never have. They do now. The certainty in Kael's voice makes Riven look up. The Alpha King is watching him with an intensity that should feel uncomfortable but instead feels like being truly seen. How can you be so sure? Riven whispers. About everything. About the pup. About stopping Drazik. He gestures helplessly. All of this. Kael is quiet for a long moment. His gaze drifts to the windows, to the city spread out below them like scattered diamonds. Because I've lived long enough to know when something matters. His voice is low, rough, and this matters. Why? Kael's eyes return to Riven's face. You want the truth? Please. Because when I touched you in that elevator, when I scented the pup, he pauses. Something vulnerable flickers across his features. I felt something I haven't felt in 20 years. Connection, purpose, something worth protecting beyond money and power and territory. The confession steals Riven's breath. You don't even know me. No, but I know enough. Kael's hand moves, slow, careful, and rests beside Riven's on the bed. Not touching, just close. I know you're running yourself into exhaustion to survive. I know you left an abusive relationship despite having nowhere safe to go. I know you're terrified of being a parent, but you're already protecting that pup with everything you have. Riven's throat tightens. How do you know that? Because you're still here, still fighting, despite everything. Kael's pinky brushes against Riven's. Barely contact. Electric. That takes strength most people don't have. Tears blur Riven's vision. He blinks hard, trying to force them back. Fails. I don't feel strong. I feel like I'm drowning. Then let me be the lifeline. The offer hangs in the air between them. Fragile. Impossible. Terrifying. Riven's hand turns. Fingers threading through Kael's. The Alpha's grip is warm, steady, anchoring. What if the DNA test proves you're wrong? Riven forces himself to ask the question that's been clawing at his thoughts. What if it turns out Drazik is the father? Kael's jaw tightens. His thumb brushes across Riven's knuckles. Then we fight him anyway, with everything I have, because biology doesn't determine who deserves to be a parent. Actions do. And his actions have proven he doesn't deserve you or that pup. The words land like a promise. Riven's phone buzzes on the nightstand. They both freeze. Kael reaches for it first, reads the screen. His expression doesn't change, but his scent does. Winter rain sharpening to something colder, more dangerous. What? Riven's voice shakes. Kael hands him the phone. A message from an unknown number. Restraining order? Really? You think a piece of paper scares me? I've been planning this for months. Riven, ever since you ran. I knew you'd try to replace me. Knew you'd spread your legs for the first alpha who showed you attention. But here's what you don't know. I have proof. Medical records. Scent analysis. Timeline documentation. Everything I need to prove that pup is mine. And when I do, the courts will give me full custody. You'll be deemed unfit. Unstable. Unable to care for a child. And I'll take what's mine. See you in court, baby. Riven's hands start shaking so badly the phone slips. Kael catches it before it hits the floor. Medical records? Riven's voice cracks. What medical records? I didn't see a doctor after that night. I didn't even know I was pregnant until... Kael's expression darkens. He's bluffing, or he falsified documents. Can he do that? People with money and connections can do a lot of things. Kael sets the phone down, turns to face Riven fully. But falsified documents fall apart under scrutiny, and I have the resources to scrutinize everything. What if he's not bluffing? The question tears out of Riven. What if there are medical records I don't remember? What if I was so drugged that night that… Stop! Kael's hands frame Riven's face. Gentle but firm. Stop spiraling. We'll handle this. Together. How? By getting ahead of him. Tomorrow we go to my physician. We do a full workup. Document everything. Timeline. Conception date. Genetic markers. Kael's eyes bore into Riven's. We build a case so airtight that whatever Drazik throws at us crumbles on impact. Riven wants to believe, wants to trust that truth and justice and having the right resources can win against someone like Drazik. But he's seen too much, lost too much, survived too many impossible situations to believe in fairy tale endings. What if it's not enough? His voice breaks completely. What if I lose the pup? What if the courts decide I'm unfit and… They won't. Kael's grip tightens. Not painful. Anchoring. Because I won't let them. I will burn this entire city to the ground before I let anyone take that pup from you. The ferocity in his voice makes Riven's breath catch. You can't promise that. I just did. They stare at each other. Alpha and Omega. Strangers bound by impossible circumstances. Connected by something neither fully understands yet. Riven's abdomen cramps again. Sharper this time. He gasps, hand flying to his stomach. Kael's hands follow. One covering Riven's. One pressing gently beside it. Breathe through it. His voice drops to something soothing. Almost hypnotic. Just breathe. Riven tries. The cramping peaks. Holds. Then slowly releases. Kael doesn't move his hands. His eyes close briefly. Nostrils flaring. Scenting. When his eyes open, they're glowing. Literally glowing. Amber light flickering in dark irises. Kael? Riven's voice shakes. Your eyes. Alpha King trait. Happens when we're connected to our bloodline. His hand presses more firmly against Riven's abdomen. The pup just responded again. Stronger this time. How do you know? Because I can feel it. Kael's voice is rough. Its heartbeat. Faint but there. Matching mine. Tears spill down Riven's cheeks. That's impossible. It's too early. There's no heartbeat yet. For humans, maybe. But Alpha Kings, he pauses. We develop faster. Stronger. And we recognize our own from the first cell division. The impossibility of it all crashes over Riven. This can't be real. Can't be happening. Things like this don't happen to people like him. I'm scared. The admission rips out. Bro, honest. I'm so scared. Kael pulls him close. Arms wrapping around him. Solid. Unbreaking. I know. But you're not alone anymore. Riven buries his face in Kael's shoulder. Breathes in cedar and winter rain. Lets himself be held by someone who actually wants to hold him. For the first time in 4 months, he feels almost safe. Then his phone rings. Not a text. A call. Drazik's name flashes on the screen. Kael reaches for it. Don't answer. He'll just keep calling. Let him. Kael's voice is ice. Every call he makes while a restraining order is active is another charge against him. The phone rings. Rings. Goes to voicemail. 10 seconds later, it rings again. Riven's chest tightens. His breathing quickens. The walls feel like they're closing in. Kael's hand finds his face again. Grounding. Look at me. Just look at me. Riven forces his eyes to focus. Kael's face fills his vision. Calm. Controlled. Certain. He can't hurt you here. These walls are 12-inch reinforced steel. Security monitors every entrance. Guards on every floor. He would have to go through an army to reach you. He's done worse. Not anymore. Kael's thumb brushes across Riven's cheekbone. Not while I'm here. The phone stops ringing. A voicemail notification appears. Kael picks up the phone, puts it on speaker. Drazik's voice fills the room. Smooth, calm, more terrifying than shouting. Riven, baby, I know you're with him. I know he's filling your head with promises he can't keep. But here's the truth, I own you. That pup owns me. And no amount of money or power is going to change biology. I'll see you in court. And when the judge sees the evidence I've compiled, when they see the medical documentation, when they understand that you abandoned your alpha and your responsibilities, they'll give me everything. Full custody, supervised visitation for you. Maybe, if you behave, call me back. Let's talk like adults. Before this gets uglier than it needs to. The message ends. Silence crashes down. Riven can't breathe, can't move, can't. Kael deletes the voicemail, blocks the number, sets the phone down. He just violated the restraining order. That's jail time. He doesn't care. Riven's voice is hollow. He'll bond out, come back, keep coming back until I stop him permanently. Kael's eyes glow again, amber fire in darkness. And I will. I promise you that. Do you think Kael's protection is enough? Or is Drazik's obsession too dangerous to stop? Share your theories below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. Your comments mean the world to us and help inspire others going through similar struggles. Morning light cuts through the windows like broken glass. Riven wakes disoriented. Wrong bed, wrong room, wrong everything. Then memory floods back. Drazik, the apartment, Kael's penthouse, the impossible pup growing inside him. He sits up slowly. His abdomen aches, not cramping, just sore, like muscles work too hard. The smell of coffee drifts from the other room. Riven finds Kael in the kitchen. Black suit, blood-red tie, pouring coffee into 2 mugs with the kind of practiced ease that suggests this is routine. You're awake. Kael slides 1 mug across the counter. Decaf, no caffeine for pregnant omegas. Riven takes the mug automatically. The warmth seeps into his palms. How do you know about omega pregnancies? Research. Kael's expression is unreadable. After yesterday, I read everything I could find on early pregnancy symptoms, complications, care protocols. The admission makes Riven's throat tighten. You didn't have to. Yes, I did. Kael's eyes meet his. If I'm going to protect you both, I need to know what I'm protecting. Riven wants to argue, wants to maintain the walls that have kept him alive this long. But exhaustion weighs heavier than pride. The doctor's appointment is in an hour. Kael checks his watch. Private clinic, omega specialized. No public records. Can they? Riven forces the question out. Can they tell paternity this early? Blood test, DNA markers, conception timeline. Kael's jaw tightens. We'll know everything by tonight. Fear and relief twist together in Riven's chest. Knowing is terrifying. Not knowing is worse. They drive through morning traffic in silence. The clinic is tucked between luxury storefronts. Discreet entrance, tinted windows, no signs advertising its purpose. Inside, everything is cream and gold. Soft lighting, classical music. A receptionist who greets them by name without asking. Mr. Thornhart, Mr. Hale, Dr. Chun is ready for you. They're led to a private room. Examination table, ultrasound machine, medical equipment that looks expensive and intimidating. Dr. Chun enters, 50s kind eyes, omega designation pin on her lapel. She shakes Riven's hand first, then Kael's. I understand this is a difficult situation. Her voice is gentle, professional. Everything we discuss stays confidential. You have complete control over what happens here. Riven nods, doesn't trust his voice. Let's start with basics. When was your last heat? Riven's face flushes. 4 months ago, late August. And the suspected conception date? August 23rd, maybe 24th. He swallows hard. I don't remember clearly. Dr. Chun doesn't judge, just makes notes. Any unusual symptoms? Memory gaps? Signs of drugging? Yes, the admission hurts. I remember working an event. Then nothing until the next morning. Kael's scent sharpens. Dr. Chun notices, glances between them. I'll need to run a full panel. Blood work, hormone levels, genetic markers. She pauses. And a rape kit analysis. Riven's stomach drops. I never reported. That's okay. Dr. Chen's voice stays calm. But if there's evidence of assault, we need to document it. For your protection. Riven looks at Kael. The Alpha King's expression is carved from stone and rage barely contained. Do it. Kael's voice is quiet, lethal. Document everything. The examination takes an hour. Blood draws, swabs, questions that make Riven want to crawl out of his skin. Dr. Chun is gentle, efficient, professional. Then the ultrasound. Riven lies on the table, gel spread across his abdomen. The transducer presses against his skin. Cold, clinical. The screen flickers to life. Static, shadows. Then, a shape, tiny, impossible, real. There. Dr. Chin points. Gestational sac. Approximately 6 weeks. Riven stops breathing. And there, she adjusts the transducer. Fetal pole. Cardiac activity detected. A sound fills the room. Fast. Rhythmic. Impossibly fragile. Heartbeat. Riven's vision blurs. Tears spill before he can stop them. Kael's hand finds his. Squeezes. When Riven looks over, the Alpha King's eyes are glowing. Amber light reflecting off tears he's not bothering to hide. Healthy development. Dr. Chen's voice is warm. Strong heartbeat. Good placement. No complications visible. The paternity test. Kael's voice is rough. How soon can you run it? Blood sample from Riven. Saliva from you. We can have preliminary results in 6 hours. Full confirmation in 24. Do it. Dr. Chun prepares the samples. Kael provides saliva without hesitation. The samples are labeled, sealed, sent to the lab. One more thing. Dr. Chun turns to Riven. Given the circumstances, the memory gaps, the suspected assault, I recommend genetic counseling. And therapy. Trauma like this doesn't just affect you. It affects the pregnancy. Riven nods numbly. They leave the clinic an hour later. Riven clutches an envelope containing ultrasound photos. Proof that something impossible is growing inside him. In the car, Kael doesn't start the engine immediately. Just sits there, hands on the steering wheel, staring straight ahead. I'm going to kill him. His voice is flat, empty, more terrifying than rage. Kael. Not metaphorically, not legally. I'm going to find Drazik and I'm going to kill him. You can't. He drugged you, assaulted you, tried to claim a pup that isn't his. Kael's hands tighten on the wheel. Men like that don't deserve mercy. He'll send you to prison. Not if they can't find the body. The words should horrify Riven. Should send him running. Instead, they feel like justice. I need you here. Riven's voice cracks. Not in prison. Not gone. He can't finish. Kael turns. Studies him. The amber glow fades from his eyes. Okay. His voice softens. Okay, we do this legally. But if he comes near you again, I know. They drive back to the penthouse. The elevator ride is silent. Inside the suite, Riven collapses onto the couch. Exhaustion crashes over him like a wave. Kael disappears into the other room, returns with a blanket, drapes it over Riven gently. Rest. I'll wake you when the results come in. Riven wants to argue, wants to stay awake, wants to control something in this uncontrollable situation. Instead, sleep drags him under. He dreams of elevators and heartbeats and amber eyes promising protection he's afraid to believe in. 6 hours later, Kael's phone rings. Riven wakes to the sound of his voice. Low, controlled, deadly quiet. Send them over. Encrypted. Now. Silence. Then, understood. Thank you, Dr. Chin. Kael ends the call, stands there for a moment, staring at his phone. When he turns, his expression makes Riven's heart stop. What? Riven's voice shakes. What did she say? Kael crosses the room, sits beside him on the couch, takes both of Riven's hands in his. The preliminary results are in. And Kael's eyes glow. Amber fire consuming darkness. The pup is mine. The world tilts. Riven stares at him. At this alpha king who was a stranger 30 hours ago. At the man who just became tied to him in the most permanent way possible. How? The question barely escapes. I don't remember. We never. Dr. Chun found evidence. Kael's voice is tight. Signs of assault. Sedatives in your system. Date rape drugs that cause memory loss. Riven's stomach lurches. So someone drugged you, assaulted you, and made it look consensual. Kael's grip tightens. But here's what doesn't make sense. The genetic markers match me, which means at some point that night we were together. But I don't remember either. Horror crawls up Riven's spine. You think? I think we were both drugged. Kael's jaw clenches. I think someone wanted this to happen. Wanted you pregnant. Wanted to use it against you. Drazik. Most likely. Riven's vision blurs. His breathing quickens. The room spins. Kael's arms wrap around him. Solid. Grounding. I've got you. Just breathe. How? Riven gasps. How could he do this? How could he plan something like? Because men like him see omegas as property. As toys to manipulate. Kael's voice drops to something dangerous. But he made one critical mistake. What? Kael pulls back. Frames Riven's face with his hands. His eyes burn with amber fire. He underestimated what I'd do to protect what's mine. What do you think Drazik's next move will be now that paternity is confirmed? Drop your predictions, subscribe for the final chapters, and turn on notifications. Your support means everything, and we'd love to hear how this story resonates with you in the comments below. The DNA report sits on the coffee table like a bomb. Riven stares at it. Black and white proof. Genetic markers. Percentages. Certainty. Kael Thornhart is the biological father of the pup growing inside him. And someone orchestrated it. I don't understand. Riven's voice is hollow. If we were both drugged, if neither of us remember, how did Drazik plan this? Why? Kael stands by the windows, silhouette against city lights. His reflection in the glass is sharp, dangerous, control. His voice is quiet, lethal. If you got pregnant by someone else, he could use it against you. Claim you were unfaithful, paint you as unstable, take custody on grounds of moral failure. But how would he know you'd be there? How would he know we'd? He didn't. Kael turns. He just needed you pregnant. Any alpha would have worked. But he got lucky. He got me. His jaw tightens, which means he's about to get very unlucky. Riven's phone buzzes. His entire body flinches. Kael crosses the room in 3 strides, takes the phone, reads the screen. His expression goes cold. Court summons. Emergency custody hearing. 3 days from now. Riven's stomach drops. That's not enough time. We can't. Yes, we can. Kael hands the phone back. Marcus has been preparing. We have the DNA results, the medical evidence, the restraining order violations, documentation of stalking, harassment, assault. What if it's not enough? The question tears out. What if the judge sides with him? What if they decide I'm unfit because I can't remember that night? Because I... Stop. Kael's hands frame his face. Stop spiraling. You are not unfit. You are a victim. There's a difference. Courts don't always see it that way. This one will, because I'll make sure of it. The conviction in his voice makes Riven want to believe, want to hope, want to trust that money and power and having the right connections can win against someone like Drazik. But hope is expensive, and Riven's already bankrupt. What if you can't? His voice cracks. What if he wins and takes the pup and I never? Kael pulls him close, arms wrapping around him, scent flooding the space with protection and certainty and something deeper Riven's afraid to name. He won't win. I promise you that. They stand there, Alpha and Omega, bound by impossible circumstances, connected by a pup neither planned but both already love. Riven's phone buzzes again. Kael doesn't let go. just reaches for it, reads over Riven's shoulder. Another message from Drazik. See you in court, baby. Hope your new alpha has good lawyers. Because mine have connections that go all the way to the top. Judges, officials, people who owe me favors. By the time we're done, you'll be lucky if you get supervised visitation once a month. And that pup will call me daddy, like it should have from the start. Riven's knees buckle. Kael catches him, always catches him. He's bluffing. Kael's voice is ice. Connections don't matter when the evidence is this clear. You don't know that. Yes, I do. Kael sets the phone down, turns Riven to face him. Because I've spent the last 24 hours making calls of my own. Judges, officials, people who owe me favors. And trust me when I say, my connections go deeper than his ever will. The certainty in his voice should feel arrogant. Instead, it feels like oxygen. What did you do? Riven whispers. What needed to be done? Kael's eyes glow amber. The custody hearing is in front of Judge Marlowe. She's Omega designated, has a history of ruling against abusive alphas. And she happens to owe me a favor after I funded the new Omega Protection Wing at Northcrest General. Riven stares. You're bribing a judge? I'm ensuring fairness. There's a difference. Is there? Kael's expression doesn't change. When the system is rigged against Omegas. Yes, there is. The logic is twisted. Wrong. And exactly what Riven needs to hear. What happens at the hearing? His voice shakes. We present evidence. Medical reports. DNA results. Documentation of Drazik's behavior. His violations. His threats. Kael's jaw tightens. And we make sure the judge understands exactly who she's dealing with. And if she still sides with him, she won't. But if she does, Kael's hands tighten on Riven's shoulders. Then we appeal, and we keep appealing. And we fight until there's no fight left. His eyes bore into Riven's. I will not let him take that pup. I don't care how long it takes, how much it costs, how many people I have to destroy to make it happen. The ferocity steals Riven's breath. Why? The question rips out. Why does this matter so much to you? You barely know me. You didn't plan this. You don't owe me anything. Kael is quiet for a long moment, his gaze distant, haunted. Because my mother died protecting me from an abusive alpha. His voice is raw, stripped bare. She fought the courts, fought the system, lost. And when she had nothing left to fight with, she made sure I survived. He pauses, swallows hard. I was 5. I watched her die knowing she gave everything to keep me safe. And I swore I'd never let another Omega suffer what she did. Tears blur Riven's vision. Kael. So yes, this matters. More than anything has mattered in a very long time. Kael's hands move to Riven's face. Gentle, reverent. You matter. That pup matters. And I will burn the world to keep you both safe. The promise hangs between them. Impossible. Terrifying. Real. Riven's hands cover Kael's. I'm scared. I know. I don't know how to do this. You don't have to know. You just have to let me help. What if it's not enough? It will be. Kael leans forward, forehead touching Riven's. Trust me. Trust. The word that's broken him more times than he can count. But standing here, wrapped in cedar and winter rain, feeling the impossible flutter in his abdomen, staring into amber eyes that promise protection he's afraid to believe in, Riven makes a choice. Okay. His voice is barely a whisper. Okay, I trust you. Kael exhales. Relief floods his expression. He pulls Riven closer, arms wrapping around him, creating a shelter against everything trying to tear them apart. They stand there for minutes that feel like hours. Two people bound by circumstances neither chose, connected by something deeper than biology. Then Kael's phone rings. He pulls back, checks the screen. His expression hardens. It's my security team, at your apartment. Riven's stomach tightens. What did they find? Kael answers, listens. His jaw clenches tighter with each passing second. Understood. Document everything. I want photos, video, full forensic analysis. He ends the call. Turns to Riven. Drazik destroyed everything. The words land like bullets. What? Riven's voice breaks. Your clothes, furniture, personal items, everything shredded, burned, ruined. Kael's eyes glow, and he left a message, spray painted on your bedroom wall. What did it say? Kael's expression goes deadly. Mine, forever. Riven's world tilts. His legs give out. Kael catches him, always catches him, lowering them both to the floor. I'm sorry. Kael's voice is rough. I'm so sorry. It's just stuff. Riven's laugh comes out broken. It's all I had left. Everything I worked for. Everything I saved from when I left him. And he just destroyed it all like it was nothing. It wasn't nothing. Kael's arms tighten around him. And he will pay for this. I promise you. How? Riven gasps between tears. How do you make someone pay for taking everything? Kael's eyes burn amber. By taking everything from them. The promise in his voice is darker than rage. More permanent than revenge. Riven should be horrified, should pull away, should recognize the danger in trusting an alpha this powerful, this ruthless, this willing to destroy for him. Instead, he feels safe. The custody hearing is in 3 days. Kael's voice is controlled again. Steady. We spend those 3 days preparing, building a case so airtight that Drazik can't breathe without violating something. And if he shows up before then? He won't get past security. You can't watch me every second. Yes. Kael's eyes meet his, unwavering. I can. Do you think Riven and Kael can win against Drazik's connections? Or is the custody battle already lost? Share your thoughts, subscribe for the explosive finale, and turn on notifications. Your support keeps stories like this alive, and your comments inspire others facing similar battles. The courtroom is smaller than Riven expected. Wood paneling, high ceilings, fluorescent lights that make everything feel cold and clinical. He sits beside Kael at the defendant's table, no petitioner's table. They're the ones asking for protection, asking for custody, asking the system to recognize that biology doesn't equal rights. Across the aisle, Drazik sits with his lawyer. Expensive suit, confident smile. He looks at Riven like prey he's already caught. Riven's hands shake in his lap. Kael's hand covers them. Steady, grounding. Breathe. Kael's voice is low. Just breathe. The bailiff calls the court to order. Judge Marlowe enters. Late 50s, gray hair pulled back, Omega designation pin on her robe. Her expression is neutral, professional. She takes her seat, reviews the case file, looks up. This is an emergency custody hearing regarding an unborn pup. Petitioner Kael Thornhart requests full protective custody over Omega Riven Hale and the pup. Respondent Drazik Monroe contests paternity and requests custody rights. She pauses. Let's begin with evidence. Marcus stands, Kael's lawyer, sharp-eyed and efficient. He presents the DNA report first. Genetic markers highlighting Kael's paternity. Timeline establishing conception date. Medical evidence documenting the assault. Judge Marlowe studies the documents. Her expression doesn't change. Drazik's lawyer stands, older, silver-haired, radiating the kind of confidence that comes from winning too many cases. He presents his own documents. Medical records claiming Riven had consensual relations with Drazik during the same time frame. Scent analysis suggesting Drazik's markers on Riven's clothing. Witness statements from syndicate members claiming they saw Riven and Drazik together after the alleged assault. Riven's stomach drops. Those are fake. They have to be. Kael's hand tightens on his. Marcus will handle it. Marcus stands again, dissects each document methodically, points out falsified timestamps, questions the chain of custody on the scent analysis, presents evidence that the witnesses are all employed by the Meridian Syndicate paid to lie. Judge Marlowe makes notes. Her expression remains neutral. Then Drazik's lawyer drops the bomb. Your Honor, my client has video evidence. Surveillance footage from the Meridian Hotel, the night in question, showing Mr. Hale and Mr. Monroe leaving together. Consensually, Riven stops breathing. Kael's scent spikes. Dangerous. Lethal. The video plays on a screen. Grainy footage. Hallway. Two figures walking together. One stumbling, the other supporting. It's Riven and Drazik. Riven's vision blurs. No, that's not. I don't remember. The footage is edited. Marcus stands. Motion to have it analyzed by forensic experts. Denied. Judge Marlowe's voice is firm. The footage appears authentic. Continue. Drazik's lawyer smiles. Your Honor, this footage proves my client had consensual relations with Mr. Hale on the night in question, which establishes reasonable doubt regarding the assault claim, and raises questions about Mr. Hale's credibility. Riven's world tilts. He looks at Kael. The Alpha King's expression is carved from stone and barely contained rage. We're not done yet. Kael's voice is ice. Marcus presents more evidence. The restraining order violations, the destroyed apartment, the threatening messages, documentation of stalking behavior spanning 4 months. Judge Marlowe studies everything, her fingers steepled, expression unreadable. Mr. Monroe. She looks at Drazik. Do you deny sending threatening messages to Mr. Hale? Drazik stands. Smooth, confident. Your Honor, those messages were taken out of context. I was concerned for Riven's well-being, for our pup's safety. I may have been insistent, but I was never threatening. You destroyed his apartment. I was retrieving my belongings. Things got emotional. I apologize for the damage. Judge Marlowe's expression hardens. Breaking and entering is a crime, Mr. Monroe. I had a key from when we lived together. I didn't break anything. The smoothness of his lies makes Riven want to scream. Judge Marlowe turns to Riven. Mr. Hale, do you have anything to add? Riven stands on shaking legs. His voice comes out smaller than he intended. He's lying about all of it. I never left with him that night. I don't remember anything after drinking water that made me feel wrong. And when I woke up the next morning, his voice cracks. I was in my apartment, alone, hurting, not knowing what happened. And yet the video shows you leaving with Mr. Monroe. The video is fake, or edited, or I don't know, but I didn't consent. Couldn't have. I was drugged. Judge Marlowe studies him. The medical report confirms sedatives in your system, but it doesn't prove who administered them. He did. Riven's voice strengthens. He's been controlling me for 18 months, monitoring who I talked to, what I wore, where I went. He isolated me from friends, from family, made me believe I was worthless without him. And when I finally escaped, he couldn't accept it. So he did this, drugged me, planned this, to trap me forever. The courtroom is silent. Judge Marlowe makes more notes. Mr. Thornhart, you claim paternity based on DNA evidence. Do you have any memory of the night in question? Kael stands, tall, commanding, dangerous. No, Your Honor. I was also drugged, but the genetic evidence is clear. The pup is mine, and I will not allow it to be raised by someone who orchestrated assault to maintain control over an Omega who fought to be free. Judge Marlowe's expression shifts. Something flickers in her eyes. Recognition, maybe, understanding. She's Omega designated. She knows what it means to fight for freedom, to escape control, to survive men like Drazik. I'm calling a recess. 1 hour. I need to review this evidence more carefully. She stands. Court is adjourned. The bailiff calls the court to order. Everyone rises. Judge Marlowe exits. Riven collapses into his chair. Kael's arm wraps around him immediately. You did good. Kael's voice is low, proud. You told the truth. What if it's not enough? Riven whispers. It will be. Across the aisle, Drazik is smiling, confident, like he's already won. Riven's phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Cute performance. but we both know how this ends. See you soon, baby. Riven's hands start shaking. Kael takes the phone, reads the message. His expression goes deadly. He just violated the restraining order again. In a courthouse, Kael shows the message to Marcus. Get the bailiff. Now. Marcus moves fast. Within minutes, bailiffs are crossing to Drazik. Handcuffs appear. Drazik's smile falters. What is this? Restraining order violation. You're under arrest. Drazik's lawyer stands. Your Honor. But Judge Marlowe has already returned. Sees the commotion. Her expression hardens. Mr. Monroe, did you just contact Mr. Hale? Drazik's face flushes. I was just, yes or no? Yes, but I was just trying to. Bailiff, remove him, contempt of court, and schedule a hearing for the restraining order violation. Judge Marlowe's voice is ice. I will not tolerate intimidation in my courtroom. The bailiffs drag Drazik toward the exit. He fights, struggles, shouts, "This isn't over. That pup is mine. You can't keep me from what's mine." The doors slam shut. Silence. Judge Marlowe sits, stares at the case file, then at Riven, then at Kael. Mr. Thornhart, Mr. Hale, approach the bench. They stand, walk forward together. Kael's hand on Riven's lower back. Protective, possessive. Judge Marlowe leans forward. Her voice drops. I've seen cases like this before. Controlling alphas who can't accept loss, who use pregnancy as a weapon, who manipulate systems designed to protect families. She pauses. The video evidence is questionable. The medical records are falsified. And Mr. Monroe's behavior in this courtroom proves he's exactly what you claim he is. Hope flares in Riven's chest. However, Judge Marlowe continues. The law requires me to consider biological paternity. And while Mr. Thornhart's DNA proves he's the father, the circumstances of conception raise questions about fitness for both parties. Riven's hope dies. Your Honor. Kael's voice is controlled, deadly. I understand your concerns, but I assure you, I'm not finished. Judge Marlowe's eyes meet his. The circumstances raise questions, but the evidence, the stalking, the threats, the destruction, the courtroom violation, proves Mr. Monroe is unfit, dangerous, and a threat to both Mr. Hale and the pup. She stamps a document. Emergency protective custody granted. Full custody to Mr. Kael Thornhart. Mr. Hale designated as primary caregiver under Mr. Thornhart's protection. Mr. Monroe's parental rights suspended pending criminal trial. She looks up. And if Mr. Monroe comes within 1 mile of either of you, he will be arrested on sight. Is that clear? Riven can't breathe, can't think, can't process. They won. Kael's arm wraps around him. Solid, real, protecting. Thank you, Your Honor. Kael's voice is rough, grateful. Judge Marlowe nods. Protect them, Mr. Thornhart. Both of them. And if you ever need resources, legal, medical, financial, my office is available. They leave the courtroom in a daze. Kael's security team surrounds them immediately, creating a barrier, a shield. Outside, Riven collapses against the building, legs shaking, tears streaming. Kael holds him, doesn't speak, just holds him while everything crashes down. It's over, Riven gasps. It's really over. Not yet. Kael's voice is quiet, but soon, once the criminal trial is done, once he's locked up where he can't hurt you, what if he gets out? He won't. Kael's eyes glow amber, because I'll make sure the charges stick. Make sure the evidence is airtight. Make sure he never sees daylight again. The promise should terrify Riven. Instead, it feels like safety. They drive back to the penthouse. Inside, Riven collapses onto the couch. Exhaustion crashes over him. Kael kneels in front of him, takes his hands. You're safe now, both of you. Riven looks down at their joined hands, at the impossible situation that brought them together, at the pup growing inside him that will tie them together forever. What happens now? His voice is small. Kael's thumb brushes across his knuckles. Now we figure out how to be parents. How to build something good from something terrible. He pauses. If you want to. You don't owe me anything, Riven. Custody doesn't mean ownership. You're free to leave whenever you want. To raise the pup however you want. I'll support you regardless. The offer makes Riven's throat tighten. Freedom. Real freedom. No strings. No control. Just choice. What if? He swallows hard. What if I don't want to leave? Kael's eyes search his face. Then you stay. Just like that. Just like that. Riven stares at this alpha king who destroyed his world and rebuilt it in the span of 3 days. At the man who promises protection without demanding submission. Who offers partnership instead of ownership. I want to stay. The words are barely a whisper. Not because I'm scared. Not because I have nowhere else to go. But because he pauses. Because you make me feel safe. For the first time in years. You make me feel like maybe I deserve something good. Kael's expression softens. His hand moves to Riven's face, cupping his jaw, thumb brushing across his cheekbone. You deserve everything good, and I'll spend however long it takes proving that to you. He leans forward, slowly, giving Riven time to pull away. Riven doesn't. Their lips meet, gentle, careful, nothing like the desperate kisses in movies. Just soft, real, a promise of something neither planned but both choose. When they pull apart, Kael rests his forehead against Riven's. Whatever happens next, we face it together. Riven's hand moves to his abdomen, to the impossible flutter that's becoming more real every day. Together, he echoes. Outside, the city glows, Northcrest at night, full of danger and possibility and people fighting to survive. But inside this penthouse, wrapped in cedar and winter rain, Riven feels something he hasn't felt in 18 months. Hope, real, fragile, worth protecting. Thank you for following Riven and Kael's journey. What did you think of the ending? Do you believe they can build something real from such impossible circumstances? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your words inspire others facing similar battles. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories that matter. Your support means everything.